Why are greeting cards so damn expensive? And that's the subject of today's Idea of the Day. Americans love greeting cards. It's kind of an American institution. And the odd thing is it's not that way all around the world. I've talked to people from overseas and they don't have the same outlook as we do. They don't put as much value on it as we do. But that's neither here nor there. What I find interesting is the price. And that's probably one of the reasons some of the people around the world look at what we're doing as if we're crazy. Case in point, when was the last time you went into a greeting card store? Well, if you looked at the prices, and by the way, most of the time I don't look at the prices because I buy a bunch of cards and I put them in a bag and I get other things and I'm not even paying attention. But if you flip them over, the typical greeting card these days is at least $4, maybe $5. And I bought a card just like a couple of weeks ago that was $7. And it wasn't an outstanding card. It was about the same as all the rest in the store. Nothing particularly different about it, but it was $7. So you start saying to yourself, well, wait a minute, if I bought a blender or whatever other product, it's going to come in a cardboard box that's going to be at least as expensive, if not more expensive to produce than the single piece of cardboard that flips open on it. So it's not production that is accounting for the cost of the card. It's something else, because clearly, again, a lot of things come in a cardboard box that cost a lot more to make than the greeting card. So why are greeting cards so expensive? Is it because we're paying a lot for the artistry? The craftsmanship? I don't think so. Is it the words? Because they have just the right words? Can we say clearly that, oh, well, the Hallmark card has just the right thought. They've got the best authors in the world, and they must be paying them lots of money, and that's why it is. But then you kind of look, and they really don't pay the card writers that much. In fact, I remember they had like some sort of a promotion for a while. They were trying to get people at Hallmark to submit their own card ideas, and they would give them some pittance of money. It's not even much. So it's not about the authorship. And speaking of authorship, as if we're going to call the person who writes that, that just the right words is an author. I don't want to put them down. But if you bought that same greeting card, and again, it's $7, and I think it had 20 words, 25 words tops. I don't even know if it's that. It's barely a tweet, 140 characters. And it was $7. You could go to Amazon today and buy Harry Potter paperback book, right? It's a paperback book. It's 600 or 700 pages, J.K. Rowling's masterpiece. It's $7. And it's got a lot more paper, got a lot more printing, certainly a lot more words, and arguably a better author than the one who writes the little tweets in the cards. So why would it be so damn expensive when you could buy a novel written by an accomplished author and it's $7? Well, greeting card. I think if I had to put my finger on it, why we are willing to pay as much as we are for what's fundamentally a piece of cardboard with a tweet inside, it's because we feel guilty if we don't spend it. Meaning, if that same card was in a dollar store, you'd feel cheap. You'd feel like it's like the old Hallmark, when you care enough to send the very best. In a subtle way, what they're saying, when you care enough to spend more, you're doing it because you feel like they're worth the $7. They're worth that because I can't give them a cheap card. That would be wrong. Kind of weird, because a while back there were these little card things where you could print your own cards on your computer, and everybody thought that was cheap. But if you ask me, a person who actually spent the time, whether they're using software or not, and they made a card up for somebody on their own, they spent a lot more in terms of thought towards the card itself. They composed it, maybe they put the words in it themselves, they might have done the coloring and stuff like that. Just an interesting observation. And that's today's Idea of the Day. All right, so that's today's Idea of the Day. I hope you liked it. If you visit ideaoftheday.com, you'll see a new one every day. Every day. Yeah, some of them don't suck. And don't forget to subscribe. And you can see them here every day. Brand new one. And some of my videos don't suck either.